Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of Time Travel. Now today we're going to be continuing what we started a few episodes ago, where we're going to be taking a look at yet another version of Microsoft Plus. And today that version is going to be Microsoft Plus for Windows XP. Now this version is pretty interesting because Windows XP was the last operating system that Microsoft made their Microsoft Plus enhancement package for, and they actually made two separate versions of Microsoft Plus for the Windows XP operating system. Now, the one that we are taking a look at here is called Microsoft Plus for Windows XP, and they also had one called the Microsoft Plus Digital Media Edition. Now, the one that we are taking a look at here was actually launched alongside Windows XP on October 25th, 2001. And the Digital Media Edition was launched on January 7th, 2003. So it was launched a few years later after this version. But this version here was pretty significant because for one thing, that they actually changed the name of the actual product once again. So Microsoft Plus was originally called Microsoft Plus for Windows 95. Then they changed it to Microsoft Plus 98, and they dropped the for Windows part of it. And now they are back to calling it Microsoft Plus for Windows XP. So I don't really know what they were thinking when they made this, but whatever, we're just gonna go with it. And basically Microsoft Plus for XP was intended to show off the extended capabilities that Windows XP could offer on higher end machines. So let's just get started with the actual installation process. So we're just going to open up the Microsoft Plus installer here, and when we do that, probably the first thing that you're going to notice is that we do not get any Windows XP startup sound of any type, which is the one thing that they actually took out of this version, is that it doesn't play any sound when you start the actual installer, which is kind of interesting. So we're just going to choose the custom installation option so that I can actually show you everything that this actually comes with, and it does come with a ton of stuff. We will just accept the terms in this licensing agreement here, and we'll just click next, and here we go. This is everything that comes with Microsoft Plus for Windows XP. So we have these four subcategories here. One of them is called Digital Media, one is called Games, one is called Screensavers, and one is called Themes. And we'll just go through each of them here. So under the Digital Media category here, we have a lot of things that it adds to the system, and we will go over all of these later. But yeah, so this is all the stuff that it adds under Digital Media. Under Games, it actually only adds these three games here, which I think that Microsoft Plus 98 also only added three games. So it is very similar in that way to Microsoft Plus 98. Under Screensavers here, it adds a ton of different screensavers to the system. And under Themes, it actually only adds 4 themes, which is kind of interesting because themes were one of the major features of Microsoft Plus when it first came out back in 1995. And there's only 4 of them here, which is kind of interesting that they took out a lot of those themes. So yeah, we are just going to install all of this. So we're just going to click on the next button, and we're going to click on Install. And we're going to let it install Microsoft Plus for Windows XP on this virtual machine. Alright, so the installation for Microsoft Plus XP has been completed, so we're just going to choose this option to start Microsoft Plus for Windows XP now, and then we're going to click on Finish. And the one thing that kind of makes this version of Microsoft Plus interesting is that every single enhancement that it adds to the system is contained within this one program called Microsoft Plus, which makes it a little bit easier for people that would buy this program it just makes it easier for them to see what they can do, with this new program. And another thing that is kind of interesting is it doesn't actually ask for a key of any type. It just asks you to actually register this product online, which we don't have to do. You can just click on cancel, and you're just out of that. It doesn't ask for a key, like both plus 95 and 98 did, which was kind of interesting. So yeah, let's just start going through all of these options on the side here. So we're going to first start with the digital media subcategory. Let's just start going through all this. So the first thing is the Microsoft Plus voice command for Windows Media Player. Now this actually doesn't really work properly because this version of Windows XP that I'm using, which is SuperPack 3, actually has a newer version of Windows Media Player than the one that originally shipped with Windows XP. So you can't actually use this, which is kind of sad, because I kind of wanted to see how this worked. But yes, I can still show you how it would work if we had that older version of Windows Media Player. So what it first asks you to do is if you want to run the plus voice command to run as the only speech recognition program, because if you had a different speech recognition program, chances are it would probably interfere with this one. So it's just telling you that you should disable all of those and just use this one. So if you choose that top option, that's basically what it does. And then we just have to click on the configure microphone button, and then it just goes through and tells you how to configure your microphone. So as you can see here, it's like actually picking up my voice right now, and here it's actually going to actually play back what I say into the microphone. So if for some reason it's not doing that, I might have the sound disabled. Oh, it is doing that. It's just really, really low. There we go. All right. So now if I talk into the microphone, it should. Yeah. See now you can hear it. So yeah, that's basically that. So if we click on OK, then it's going to open Windows Media Player. So how it's actually supposed to work is you're supposed to say Media Player play or something like that, and then it's supposed to start playing a song. But it doesn't do that, and I can show you like all the commands here. It just gave me an error. What was that? Well, let's get out of that. So yeah, if we go here to the available commands thing, you can see this is commands for controlling playback. So say media player fast forward or media player volume up or things like that. But it doesn't do any of that because this is like a newer version of Windows Media Player, and I tried like actually playing music, but that still doesn't do anything. Media Player pause. You see, it doesn't do anything. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But yeah, I think it's just because it's like the version of Windows Media Player is newer than that. Speech recognition software. So yeah, that's basically that. For the Microsoft Plus MP3 audio converter, what it basically does is it will take like any MP3 file and convert it into a file that you can use with the Windows Media Player, which is a .wma file. So I have one here, as you can see. So we'll just play this. I can show you that. I don't want to make it too loud, but yeah. So we have this song here, and it is in a .mp3 format. Now I believe that would normally not play with an older version of Windows Media Player, but now it does, since this is a newer version and all that. But basically what it does is if you start it, you can choose any file that you want that ends in .mp3, and you can convert it over to a .wma file that will work properly with Windows Media Player. and we will just click on next here and then start conversion. It's actually going to take this MP3 file and convert it into a .wma file, as you can see here, and it says that one of one files have been successfully converted. And it's basically the same thing. You're probably not really gonna notice like that much of a difference, because this version of Windows Media Player can play both MP3 and WMA files, which I believe. See, what was that? Was that it? Media Player Play. Oh, wait, okay, so check that out. Now it says Media Player Play. Alright, well, honestly, that was very strange. So I was able to find out that this feature actually works now. And I mean, obviously this one does. So yeah, if you say Media Player Play, or any of those other commands, it actually does work. So this thing can be very useful, because of that. So yeah, so now let's move on to the Plus CD label maker, and which, as it sounds, it's just gonna make labels for your CDs, and you can actually print them out and put them on any CD. So what you can first do is you can actually build like your own music CD, and let's just say I want to put maybe this song right here on it, and you can choose like what type of like actual label that you want to put on it. So I'll just do this first one here, and then you can make like an actual title for it. So we'll just call it YouTube Music or something like that, and footer, we can say I don't know, hello or something like that. I mean, and you can like actually change like the size of the font here. So let's say you want to make this like a little bit larger, and you don't want to make it Arial. You want to make it let's say Tahoma here. Make it that it actually kind of goes off of the CD, so we can't have that. So we might want to make it a little bit smaller, and see, then it does this. I don't know what that's about, but yeah, you can get like a kind of idea for what it's supposed to do. And you can actually change like the actual background of it as well. I believe that's right. It's right here, image settings. You can choose like a different image if you want. So if you want like, let's say winter.jpg, and now it'll be winter.jpg, and you can preview it. I don't know why this Y and this C here, but it's there for some reason. I wonder if we try to change the. I'm trying to like delete this and then add it again. I don't know, but whatever. I mean, you get like the actual, like the idea of the program. It's just to make labels for your CD, which is pretty simple. And it actually found like my actual printers here, so like I can actually print it if I want to. But yeah, that's basically the Microsoft Plus CD label maker. Now these other things here I can't really show you because there's not really a way to show you them. One of them is the Microsoft Plus speaker enhancement, which I can't really show you because it has to do with audio, and I'm not really sure if you're gonna be able to hear any like difference in like the sound quality of like the actual virtual machine or anything. This one is called Plus Personal DJ, which basically this is a feature that is now in this version of Windows Media Player, as it allows you to create custom playlists. Like I can't really show you this because like the feature is already in Windows Media Player. And for the Microsoft Windows Media Player skins, I believe that to enable these, it's telling us to select the new skin chooser option, which again we're probably not going to have because this is an older version of Windows, or a newer version of Windows Media Player for that matter. So not really sure. Oh wait, hey, oh wait, no, here we go. Skin chooser. Hang on. Oh no, yeah, okay. Hang on, I just completely forgot about this. Yeah, we can. Okay, so we can choose compact, corporate, and here is Microsoft Plus Aquarium. So where do we apply? I don't know why it just beeped at me. But yeah, here we go. Here is one of the media player skins. We can just open this up, and it's actually playing in here. So that's pretty nice. We can go up. We find that menu again. Oh, here we go. So we want to do. I think it was under. I can do switch to full screen mode. Plus DaVinci. We can apply this. And there you go. It's very laggy, at least over this window for some reason. But yeah, that's that skin. We'll go back in the full screen mode. We'll take a look at nature and space. You can kind of see that. I'll actually just apply them just for why not. Yeah, there's nature, and we'll go back in the full screen mode, and there's space. So yeah, that's basically the Microsoft Plus Windows Media Player skins. And for the Plus 3D visualizations, let's see what it tells us to do here. We have to, in the View menu, click Visualizations and then click Plus. Then we can choose a different, like a different visualization. So let's. Okay, so yeah, it's like these. 3D visualizations that it adds, so that is pretty cool. So let me add a few different ones here. Do plus, let's do Max's Kingdom, and yeah, here we go with that. Pretty nice. Turn the volume up a little bit if I can figure out how to do that. I'm just gonna actually switch back over to full screen mode so you can actually see this a little bit better. And now it's running really. Actually, it was running laggy. Now it's not that bad. So yeah, that's that, and we'll take a look at Undersea Wonders, which looks just like that. So yeah, that's basically the Microsoft Plus Windows Media Player 3D visualizations, which are pretty nice. So that's basically going to wrap it up for the Plus Digital Media category. And now we're going to move on to the Games category. And I know that this section was like a little bit long, but hopefully these will go a little bit quicker. So what we have here is this game called Russian Square, which says that it is kind of like Tetris, and I actually tried to play it, and it's kind of not like Tetris. I'm just gonna say that. We'll just start it here. I'm actually trying to turn all the music off because it does get very loud. We'll do new game. It's okay. It's kind of like Tetris, but I still can't really figure out what you're actually supposed to do because it runs so fast in this virtual machine that I cannot figure out what I'm supposed to do. I mean, I guess you can see all those things going away there. I guess I'm supposed to match it so I get 3 blocks or something like that. I guess that's how it's supposed to work. But yeah, let's go to help about. What's funny is that this is called the Russian Square Plus Edition. I mean, I don't know if Microsoft made a whole separate game of this and they just had it separately or something. Or they sold it separately. But it is version 1.0, and yeah, this is basically it. It just runs a little bit too fast for me to actually be able to play it properly. And you've earned a high score. Sure, my name's Player One. Our next game is called the Labyrinth Plus Edition. which it says rolls the classic tabletop labyrinth game into an amazing 3D world filled with vibrant visuals and sounds. So we'll just start this up here. And I actually have not played this one. It's getting a little bit loud. Hang on a moment. Okay, so it got a little bit loud there, but yeah. We will just click on this play option here. We'll type in my name here, and let's do arcade and see what that is. And we will choose, I guess, this first one here. Welcome to Practice Makes Perfect. So I guess this is, yeah, this is just kind of like this game where you have to go around and not fall into these holes here. This is a very, common game. I've seen this a lot. Yeah, and I'm very bad at it apparently. Let's do a different level. If we can actually, I don't think we can do a different level. I'm just gonna turn like the actual volume down a little bit because it does get very annoying. And I just turned it down. Oh, here we go. Mouse sensitivity. That could be very, very useful because it runs very fast in this virtual machine. All right, so let's just try this again. All right, now it's even faster. What? I turned it all the way down. Oh no, I think turning it down makes it more sensitive. I think it does. Let me see if I can. Alright, well, basically, that's about it for this game. That's just, yeah, I'm sure you get the idea. And now, let's take a look at this game called Hyperbole Plus Edition. And let's just, start it up here. Hyper Entertainment, 2001, Hyper Entertainment Incorporated. All rights reserved. Hyperbole will move the mouse to play. And we'll go, we'll just roll. And this game actually looks very familiar to me. I think I may have, actually played this game. And yeah, Hyper Entertainment. But yeah, basically what you do is you have to bowl. And you have to kind of, avoid all of these obstacles, which, if I, if I remember correctly, it gets very difficult. Oh yeah, and there's an actual time limit. That's the other thing. There's a time limit, and got 4 pins. I wasn't going fast enough. All right, so let's try. I guess you can. I think you're supposed to. Yeah, you're just supposed to roll like this, and then yeah. See, sometimes you're gonna fall off the edge like that. We'll just try it one more time, and then we'll call it for this game. We'll knock it over, and I got a strike. Or not a strike, but... Oh yeah, I did get a strike, okay. Alright, there we go. So yeah, that's basically Hyperbole. It's also very laggy and, not working properly in this virtual machine, which a lot of these old games, they don't really work well for some reason. I think it's just, the way that they run in an actual virtual machine. I guess they just don't really work properly, but yeah, that's basically that. Now let's move on to the themes, which, like I said, there's only 4 themes, which is kind of interesting because the themes were one of the biggest things in the original version of Microsoft Plus for Windows 95. They had a ton of themes, and they only have 4 here, which is kind of strange. They would just take out all those themes. I don't know why, but they just decided to. Let's just go. Let's apply the first theme here, which is called Plus Aquarium. And if we apply this, we can go. It brings up the Microsoft Windows Display Properties thing here, and we'll just choose that. We'll click Apply, and we'll see what it does. Kind of changes the actual cursors and stuff, and adds new sounds. It doesn't actually change these the window borders and titles, which I thought it would. I guess it just doesn't. But yeah, you can see it adds all these different sounds. I guess not one for like actually running programs, but go in here. It sounds like for opening folders. We'll open up. Let's see here. Let's open up. My computer. Go into like the C drive. I guess that's all the same. Like these are all the same sounds. But yeah, that's. That was kind of weird. Okay, so it has sounds also for when you maximize and minimize windows, which is pretty, pretty cool. It's kind of weird one for when you minimize the window, and of course it also has a pretty nice desktop wallpaper. And sorry, I just kind of triggered the VMware thing. But yeah, I don't know why they didn't make it to where like it will change. Like your actual window borders and titles, but which it kind of did in like every other version of Microsoft Plus. I don't know why they didn't do that in here, but whatever. So now we will take a look at Microsoft Plus Space. So I can find that here, right here. If it will load in here. This will actually change the window borders over to the silver style theme. I guess to give it a space kind of feel, but it's still, I mean, you can make your windows look like this without Microsoft Plus. And yeah, this is the new space theme. I mean, basically, I guess all these themes, they just add sounds, add different cursors, and add like a new desktop wallpaper. That's basically all these things do. They aren't like that. Like I would say, like they're not as good as the ones that came with Microsoft Plus 95 and 98, because they took your old theme and made it it was a huge difference what they did. I don't know why they didn't do that here, but yeah, I mean, we'll see what sound it makes when you maximize and minimize windows. It kind of. Okay, so kind of interesting sound there. And yeah, that's basically that theme. We'll do the next one, which is Plus Nature. So we'll apply that. If I can see, I don't know why it takes a while to load in here. So you see how it like changes over, like it changes the window borders and the taskbar over to the olive green thing. I don't know why. I mean, again, you can do that without Microsoft Plus, so I don't know what is so special about that. But yeah, it does basically the same thing that all the other themes do. It changes the theme, or these things like these top borders in the taskbar, adds a new cursor, adds a new desktop wallpaper, and adds new sounds. And that's basically it. We'll see what sounds it's got here. And that's basically the nature theme. We'll move on to the Plus Da Vinci theme. Move on to that, and we'll click apply, and we'll just wait for this one to apply. And that's probably going to wrap it up for the themes. Once we take a look at this one, and it kind of does the same thing. I'm actually kind of disappointed in the themes. I thought they would be like a little bit better, considering that like they only added 4 of them, and they could have spent like a lot of time on just the 4 themes to make it a lot, like to make the themes do a lot with your system. But they didn't do that for some reason, at least in this version. Like I mentioned in both Microsoft Plus 95 and 98, they changed it. Well, with the themes it looked a lot different. But yeah, that's basically the Microsoft Plus XP themes. And now we're going to move on to the Microsoft Plus XP screensavers that it adds, and these are also kind of interesting. So we will just start off with the Plus Aquarium screensaver, which actually puts up this pretty cool screensaver of like an actual fish tank. Makes it look like that you have an actual fish tank on your computer, which is pretty cool. I think that I actually had this same exact screensaver when I had Windows XP. I don't think I even had Microsoft Plus, so I must have gotten it from somewhere else, or it might have been not this or it might have not been this same one, but yeah, you can kind of see how it works here. Yeah, that's basically the Microsoft Plus Aquarium screensaver. It's pretty cool, and it just crashed apparently for some reason. And let's take a look at the next one, which is Plus My Pictures. I'm sure you can all figure out what this one does. It just makes your pictures go in this, I guess kind of cube looking thing, but we don't have any pictures in that folder. I'm gonna actually move some pictures over there, and we'll see how it works. We'll go into My Pictures, and we'll copy all of these. We'll just copy them out here, and we'll see what it does. Alright, so you see now it's just cycling through all these images. Now keep in mind, like, it's only got 4 images to go through, so it's probably not going to do like a whole big thing. I guess it's not going to do like that cube thing. I guess it's just going through each picture. I don't know why. I mean, it shows here like it's got this cube looking thing going on here, but it doesn't do that. But yeah, that's basically the Plus My Pictures. For Plus Space, we'll do this one, and we got this pretty interesting looking rendering of this like astronaut floating around Earth, and I guess that's the International Space Station that is going around. And yeah, it doesn't, I mean, again, this is not, I mean, around this time, we didn't have, like, 1920 by 1080 monitors, so this isn't at, like, a great resolution, at least in today's terms, but back then, I'm sure this would be, like if you were to run this, it would take up, like, your entire screen, and do, what an actual screensaver is supposed to do, which is to save your screen from screen burn-in. Because you see, if it just ran like this, or just like one part of the screen had like a moving image, it probably wouldn't work that well as like an actual screensaver. But yeah, that's basically it for the Plus Space theme. For the Plus Nature one, let's just do this one. We'll see how this one looks. Got a kind of like a pond looking thing going on here, and I'm sure, like, if you were to let any of these screensavers run for like more than 2 minutes than what I'm doing, you'll probably see like them do like more like exciting things. But I'm not gonna let them run for that long. It'll just make the video too long. Alright, so yeah, that's basically it for the Plus Nature theme. Let's move on to the Plus Da Vinci theme. And if we just preview this here, it's gonna kind of take us through stuff that is like associated with Leonardo da Vinci, kind of stuff like this. And I'm sure, again, if you were like to leave this on, it would do like more like things that are like a little bit more exciting than what it's doing now. But yeah, that's basically that theme. And if we move on to the Plus Robot Circus theme, here's that one. If I can, and see, this one actually runs at like full 1920 by 1080. It's kind of going around here like this. I mean, yeah, that's basically the Robot Circus screensaver. And Plus Sand Pendulum. This is what I think it is. Oh yeah, this is one of these things. These are pretty cool. Just kind of goes through and does that. Again, it's actually running at full 1920 by 1080, which is pretty nice. So we got that, and our last one is Plus Mercury Pool, which is also running at 1920 by 1080, and it kind of gives us this like, I guess, a Mercury Pool looking thing here, which looks kind of interesting. And yeah, I mean, that's basically gonna wrap up the Microsoft Plus XP screensavers, and I think that's going to actually wrap it up for the entire program. I mean, honestly, like, that's about it. I mean, there's not, I mean, it didn't really do that much, like, as, like, an operating system enhancement package. Like, I mean, it added, like, you know, I mean, like, this whole section here, this was, you know, really cool what it added. But, you know, everything else, like the themes and the screensavers, I mean, they didn't, I mean, like, especially the themes, I mean, first of all, there were only 4 of them, and they only changed, you know, like your cursor and your desktop wallpaper and your sounds, unlike the ones from plus 95 and 98. So, I mean, guys, you know, what are your thoughts on Microsoft Plus XP? Do you think it was a good product for Windows XP, and you know, would you you know, have bought it back when Windows XP came out, and would you still buy it today if you have like an old you know, Windows XP computer? So yeah, guys, I think that is going to, you know, just about wrap it up for this video. If you guys enjoyed, definitely be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.